It's a vibe, yeah. It's a vibe, yeah. Free my mind. Took a flight. Best part of the night. It's a vibe, yeah. It's a vibe, yeah. Free my mind. Free my mind, free my mind, free my mind, yeah, yeah. Free my mind, free my mind, free my mind, yeah, yeah. Free my mind, free my mind, free my mind, yeah, yeah. Free my mind, free my mind, free my mind. What a life. Feeling right. It's a vibe, yeah. It's a vibe, yeah. Free my mind. Took a flight. Best part of the night. It's a vibe, yeah. It's a vibe, yeah. Free my mind. But I wanna have fun all night. I could've took this girl if I wanted, but I ain't into throwing dirty laundry in the public. I can always make something out of nothing, cause I know how it was when it wasn't. Falling shit. But I wanna have fun all night. I could've took this girl if I wanted, but I ain't into throwing dirty laundry in the public. I can always make something out of nothing, cause I know how it was when it wasn't. Falling ships and murder that she wrote. Combination, always drink and smoke. Apathy could help the way I roll, cause I'm selective on how much I show. Time will tell, don't show me what I know. Know your worth to only go for broke. You look good but act just like a hoe. You look good but I really want nothing but a good time. I ain't here for the fuck shit, paying no mind. If you're trying to show me some sticks, bring it on by. I really want nothing but a good time. I really can't stress this enough. I always gotta keep it at a buck. I rather have money than lust, but I'ma look twice if she got a big butt. I have a hard time with trust. Part-time love is a new fine drug. It's okay, I'ma fill my cup. It's okay, I'ma still turn up. Pull up, girl, the berry wine. You love the dancing, you love the fight. Pull up, girl, the berry wine. I love the dancing, I love the night. Pull up, girl, the berry wine. You love the dancing, you love the fight. Pull up, girl, the berry wine. I love the dancing. I really want nothing but a good time.
What's good, Butterfly? What's good, everybody? I can't even talk. I tell y'all this, yo. Don't ever go drinking with Jeff and BR.
Oh, nigga, don't blame that on me. Fuck you.
Don't ever go
That was
drinking
you.
with those two guys, knowing you gotta get up early in the morning and go do Murphy. It's just not. It's not good. How's your day, man? So far, how's everything, man?
It was alright. It was alright. Shout out to BR, nigga. That fucking Advil trick.
It worked though. You was like, yeah, it worked. So hold on, you took it before you went to bed, or like how did? Okay.
When I got in the house, I just changed my clothes and then I just took 2 Advils and just downed the bottle of water. I was like, all right. I never thought about the Advil. I've always downed the water, but
right.
I never add the Advil into it. I usually take it when the headache is there.
Right, so take it prior.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, shit. And I woke up early. Like, it was okay. I just had that nasty throw-up urge, from all the alcohol. But other than that, it went away. Didn't throw up, so it was good. It was good. I was like, this is not bad. No hangover, no headache, no nothing.
Right.
I was like,
all right, so you got a trick. I might have to try. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I usually don't get, like, soup, like, the morning after, like maybe just a little feeling, but nothing really, really crazy or whatever. But we got crazy last night. I got home. Alarm went off this morning. I was like, shit, I missed it. It was only 7:28. I was telling you earlier. I was like, nah, it's only 7:28. So I didn't miss it. I was like, I'm gonna knock my head. My alarm didn't go off yet. Got up 8:30. I'm not going, like you said, like as I was like, as I'm getting ready, got there, they convinced me to start doing it. I forgot to tell you, I threw up twice though.
Oh, see, I ain't throw up. That's the thing. Yeah,
I don't think it was the the combination of the beverage, and I just think me doing that workout.
Yeah,
it was real bad. And then when I guess why, I told the other girl, why didn't you film it? I want people to look at us like it wasn't fucking because of Murphy. This is my 3rd time doing this motherfucker.
No,
it's because I got fucked up last night, man. Oh my gosh! Don't go drinking with these two guys. I'm telling you right now, man. BR and Jeff, man.
I told you.
Jeff just kept ordering shots.
No, I didn't, nigga. Like that. That was like
shots on top of shots.
That shit was abuse. Nigga, I was just like, leave my shit alone.
You know what? You kept taking them though, so I like that though. You just kept pounding them.
Yeah, nigga, I know my limit. I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm hitting it. Give me some soda.
She didn't want to give him the soda at first, though. That was the funny shit.
I was like, bitch, if you don't give me some fucking soda, nigga, it's going to be hell in this
I think he got his soda after the after the 5th shot.
I was like, yeah, what the fuck, man? Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, once I started, then, Rodney want to buy back, and then next thing we know, it's 10 in, and
not
like,
not worth it, nigga.
Crazy.
Not worth it.
All right, y'all, you know what we do here. We're going to get in, we're going to get out. I am in massive pain, and I am fucking starving. So we're going to do this real quick. So normally what we do, we talk about what's going on, finances and stuff like that. I do have some, if Jeff, though, I'm not sure if he has the update on the student loans. I do.
Go ahead.
Was looking that up, whatever. So, again, we're going to be quick in and out today, but we ain't doing it in a while, so definitely have to do it. Plus, I might be going away for 3 months, so I don't know. We got to have as much fun as possible. So we got to go to the plug. What's going on? What's up to everyone's Snap? And
we'll start with your update with student loans, whatever you have.
Oh, damn. I put the phone over there. All right, so. I was just looking at that shit now.
Somewhere over there in the other room, nigga. I got it.
No, so the Republicans vetoed or trying to veto the one-time student forgiveness that Biden's trying to put together for everyone on the floor. It's actually in the courts also right now, which to me, if you really think about it, is the dumbest shit ever. You're literally debating on helping your individuals, your constituents, or whatever you want to call it, helping them out of a bad situation, which is the funniest shit in the world to me. That you have people that are in need, are struggling. I'm not talking about the ones that, just pretty much just here getting over whatever situation may be. People who truly need that help. Now, the loans are still frozen.
Yeah.
but they can't keep pushing it. So now it's up either they're going to allow for low class and middle class up to $20,000. So if you are, I guess, if you owe maybe 30, then obviously 20 of the 30 would be taken care of, depending on your situation. So I think it'd be a good thing. But right now, you know, unfortunately, how they do Republicans, Democrats.
Dominican.
I'm thinking of my job. I'm sorry. That's the reason why I'm learning Spanish.
You know, them goddamn Dominicans.
It's a lot of them. But that's why they go back and forth with it. Whether it helps or not, they just want to be the ones responsible for it. They don't want him to have, I guess, anything under that flag of whoever does it or whatever. So if we get any more information, we'll let y'all know. But again, it is still paused. You don't have to worry about it right now. That doesn't mean
it's set to it's set for everybody to start paying back in September. The pause is supposed to be up in September, and at this time, the pause in it was everybody gets to start over. So meaning, if your shit was defaulted, you can call back up and not have the negative impact hit your shit. Show as a default. It shows as it just shows as a loan is there, and you can agree I'm going to pay $10, and you know what I'm saying, and keep going. So yeah, that was already set in there from September, and we knew they were gonna deny it. Unfortunately, yeah.
I don't. To me, it's just it's funny, but it's not funny. When you're looking and talking about people who actually need the help, you know, there are people out here who have like hundreds of thousands of dollars, you know, in student loan, and the $20,000 would help.
So here's the deal, right? Congress people in government, they need people who are not in government to control. It's the thing that I was saying this week to someone else. Cops need robbers. Social workers need people in distress.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Without them, I have no function or no job or no cause. Garbage men need garbage.
Right.
If people ain't throwing shit away, we doing our own recycling. Guess who out of a job? You get what I'm saying? It's a sad thing. We trade off of debt. We trade off of people in these poor situations.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no money in the cure. It's only money in the treatment.
Yeah, facts.
I'm just parallel, you know, putting stuff there to the side to sum it up. But that's how they view it. Yes, I can help. So if they do take away $20,000 out of what we got, 4 billion here, maybe. Let's say almost 1 billion people get some type of relief.
Right.
That puts you in a better situation to put back into the economy. But the economy is already on a downtrend as a whole. So some of us will get smart and take advantage, which we can't have too many new niggas.
Gotta be a minimum.
Slow up now.
Can't let all y'all up in it.
Right. It was for us to get doubled down, not for you to come up. You know what I mean? So, and just in a theory like that. So that's how they look at it, unfortunately. You ever wonder why a lot of these states aren't populated? When you look at the Midwest, when you look at the South, vast land, empty. And here go the two ends. We sitting on top of each other legitimately. You know what I'm saying? And
True.
And fighting. You know, they do that shit on purpose. Like they do this on purpose. So, I mean, you take it as you want. We can go deeper detail next time. But I get you. Because you know what? Yes, it would help people. And you know what the sad part is? It's just like the saying, right? You're going to get it. You're going to get these folks money. They're going to give it right back.
You would cure, I mean, you know, we always talk about
we
that.
We get it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? We get it.
90% of motherfuckers will give it the same day.
We get it. But I want you to be so indebted that you need to continue to work, that you need to continue this.
And they doing it. They definitely doing it.
It's sad.
Well, we'll see what happens with that. Moving money out of the banks. So what are your suggestions, Butterfly, as far as ways to? Now, we did have a conversation with one of my peoples yesterday because I wasn't sure what the term was called. What was the RTF or whatever he was saying is?
ETF.
ETF. A way of getting, I guess I would say, a better return on your actual money. And the good thing about those is your money's still there. You could get it whenever you want. So it's not like, I think there are some that you have to like let them hold for an entire year or some situation like that.
Let me get the exact.
All right.
So ETF versus like an index funds, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I want to give you guys the correct, exact definition.
Because my friend, he's in the tech. He makes a nice salary. And, he's been, getting a couple of people from the bar to start doing it because he does it. So it's not like he's asking you to do something that he's not doing. And he doesn't get anything from it. He's just helping people out to, I guess, better financially set yourself.
He was talking about an exchange-traded investment fund, ETF, exchange-traded. So it's on there, something you can invest in with your regular stocks. It's there. But it's generally a group of stocks. So as it is here, an ETF offers investors the opportunity to pool their money and invest in a pre-selected basket of securities. This fund is made up of tradable financial assets such as stocks, bonds, currencies, futures, contracts, and or commodities, or other combination of investments. So in a nutshell, it's like when you invest in Google, you invest in Google's projects. So when you buy Google for $100, your $100 is split of every goddamn project. Google Glasses, Google this, Google Mail, Jabba down the road, right? So in ETF, when you hear people talk about, oh my God, I can't think of his name. Not Morgan Stanley, but Vanguard. Vanguard was the one he was talking about yesterday. Vanguard is very known. Vanguard is a thing. If you invest in Vanguard constantly, let's say $100 a week, so that's about $400 a month. If you did that, no matter whatever job you was at, you just put $100 every week in this shit, right? And you did that for approximately 10 years. Their average return is a guaranteed 10% base. So they constantly change their stocks of what they hold, what they buy. They buy stocks, they buy bonds, and you're giving it to them, and you're pooling it with everyone else. Everybody else who has that in it, who has Vanguard, and you guys all own a fraction of all these stocks. So they own Google, they own BlackRock, they buy this, they brought other companies, all that shit into one. It's called Vanguard, and I'm giving my money through the stock exchange to Vanguard, and Vanguard is giving me 2% of this, 3% of that, blah, 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 that, this.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And so throughout, you're guaranteed to have because they constantly change what they buy, how much they buy and sell of it. They're doing it on their daily basis. So you don't, instead of you investing into Google and stuff on your own, just guaranteed 10%. It's just like someone putting money into a savings account.
Right.
Except I'm going to get this 10% turnaround over X amount of time. So that's why they always project it. So it's almost like the dummy bet. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Grandma used to say, save your money. This is save your money with better interest.
Right. Well, that's the thing I'm saying. Like, are there specific type of, as far as like accounts for banks? Is there a particular type of bank or a specific bank or the specific type of savings and checking to get the best return for their money for those individuals who do want to continue to do the banks they feel safer for it?
Since the interest rate has gone up, and they keep going up, and they talk about bringing it another 25%, whatever, a quarter of a point. Savings accounts are high. If you already had a savings account, what they did, they kind of locked you in. You was on that 0.000. I'm getting pennies, and I just have it because it's already connected to my checking account.
Right.
Or the news, on the web, in emails, they're advertising Capital One online savings. They giving 4% for the year, 3.5% savings, no minimum. NerdWallet did a whole thing where they labeled all these online banks, and they pay a lot more than your traditional banks that have locations, such as Chase, Bank of America, even your stuff online, because they don't have to pay for a brick and mortar place or pay for a
Actual
live
physical.
staff.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's another reason why they can give. So they giving out 4% on like no minimum interest. You can keep $500 in there. You don't have to keep, you got to keep $2,000 or we're going to charge you a fee. A lot of them will come out. There's about 2 or 3 really good ones that you guys can check out.
What's that called again?
Which one?
The one you doing?
I say go to Nerd Wallet and
NerdWallet.
and type in Nerd Wallet. Gives a list of best savings. They give the pro and cons. Which one would be better for you about doing stuff like that? Capital One has one, and Capital One also has banks you can go into too. So you can open up your online thing right off your phone or your laptop. Do everything there. Keep it a savings account, and you can connect it to another bank, even if you want to. So you can have money coming out of your Chase account to go into that one.
Right.
So instead of, you can move all your other stuff over there too, but you don't have to move.
Right.
You don't have to have all your other banking with them to get that same interest.
Now, in that particular type of situation, any other situations, is your money? Do you have access to it, or is it one of those you
Yes,
give it? You
but it's
can't
not a
touch
brick and mortar, so you can't walk in and be like, "Yo, nigga, I want cash."
it? Okay.
Because just know where they're going to. So like Alley Bank. Alley Bank was always a good one. It's still, and I think they're up there like 3 point something, 375. I think 4.5. There's some places giving 5% on regular savings accounts. So with these weird no minimums, that's the kicker. That's what you really want to look for. If you always moving money in and out, or you know you're not going to keep it in there longer than 3 months, look for something that's going to no fee, none of this other requirement will allow you to do it. A lot of these, but again, that's why I say go to like a place, and I'm just saying Nerd Wallet. I use that a lot because they give you the pros and cons. Some places be like, oh, you can't transfer your money out all the time, or certain this. You get 3 transfers. This, that.
Okay, and limit.
But there's a lot of them that don't have it, so you get to read the pros and the cons of it. They lay out everything out for you. You get what I'm saying? Instead of, because if you just pick the highest one may have that one clause.
Yeah.
Yo, we're not transferring your shit to the other bank. You gotta wait till we mail you a check or some bullshit if you want it all or whatever the fuck it is.
What about like fees? Let's say if you do want to transfer your money, do they charge you a fee to transfer your money?
That's another thing. That's why you look at a Nerd Wallet too. It'll give you all the pros and cons. The reason we like it, the reason we don't like it. This one has fees and you transfer this. But a lot of online banks, that's how they work. They transfer out. So it's going to go to whatever account you want to have,
right,
et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Stuff like that. I think Cash App even has one. They savings. I'm not sure.
Yeah, there's no interest on that one, though.
Right. Oh, see, then it's not worth it. So now you have money
sitting there and it's not gaining anything.
So they gain, but they gaining because they get to use your money
exactly
against you. So like I would transfer out to
something
the other online bank. Yeah.
And how as far as that interest is, how often does it kick in? Is it once a month, twice a year?
The APY is for the year. So in a year's time, you should get at least a 5, whatever. Let's say it's 5%, a 5% return on your money, right? So that is compounded monthly.
All right,
so that every month they're gonna break it down. You're gonna get whatever that percentage would be. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, because I was gonna ask the question.
Yes.
Let's say if I started off with $100, and by the end of the month I got like 5,000 in there.
So if you're $100, right? We just simple play, right? They saying within a year's time, if you hold that $100 and you don't do shit with it, you're gonna get $5 back at the end of the year.
Okay.
Right? But you're gonna add to it. So the more you add to it, it's gonna go up. You know what I'm saying? You add another 100, you add a couple here. Now you're getting $7 back. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the year total. So if you take that $5, right? That you're not gonna do nothing. You put the $100 in, and you're gonna leave it there for the year. You take that $5, they're gonna pay you monthly. You divide that $5 by 12.
Okay.
Now there's compounding interest, so it's going to be a little more than that. But everybody just says it's gonna be the 5.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You're gonna get like 5.17 or something. You know what I mean? Whatever the fuck it is. Because each month they give you interest on the interest you already earned.
Okay, so you whatever you have in the bank at that particular time for that month is the interest you're going to get.
Yes.
But they pretty much just hold it to the end of the year and then you get it. Now, is that taxed or anything like that? Or it's just your money?
You are supposed to pay taxes off of any amount. It's a certain amount. I think it's if you hit over a couple $100. If you get over a couple $100,
Could you look that up
have
real
to
quick?
pay.
Because I want to know. I'm interested.
Or everything you tax, that's income. So that's income.
Right.
Just like if you take money and you hit from the stock and you take that shit and sell it, but that's taxed at like 30%.
Shit. Yeah, it's like I always thought it was crazy because when you know your job gives you bonuses or whatever the situation may be, you know, it gets taxed way heavier than if you actually earn the actual amount money itself, which is crazy, truly crazy. But that's how they get you.
Yeah.
And I tell them, don't give me just put it in my salary. That's you can do that. Break it down. Let him work itself.
Over $10. Anything over $10, you got to.
Oh shit! So I was just trying to say, like, you know, maybe you could work, but anything over 10, you're gonna report. Now, is that taxed at a specific percentage, or is it taxed just like a bonus? It's earned.
It doesn't say that, but you report it. You get a 1099, so it's probably reported as income.
Okay.
They say 1099 INT form that you report to the that.
IRS?
Now I have gotten those 1099 forms, but usually they're so low I don't even bother to look at it.
Okay.
And don't forget you're taxed in steps. So if whatever you put in you make of the interest doesn't kick you over to the next tax bracket, you're still going to be taxed at X amount of percent. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But people, this is free money on the table. So let's put it this way: if you know you're going to have $5,000 and you're not doing shit with it until next year, even 5 months at 5% is going to give you more than you just holding it in your sock drawer or sitting it in something.
Because I was about to say from that standpoint, for those individuals, let's say if you look at what you got in your pocket right now, you look at what you have in the bank or whatever, if you could take like just half of that for those, because I don't think Butterfly likes banks. So if you could take half of what you have and, like you said, do that or do one of the other ones for 10%, that's 3% or 4%, if you look that up, and you'll be able to see, because a lot of times, you know, a lot of people look at things when they say it's too good to be true, it's because it is type situation. Or they look at, it's a scheme, they want to hold, whatever. So I would say, for a standpoint, you know, hey, whatever you're going to just do half. And then within the first year, you'll see the benefits or the pros or cons of you doing that method. Try it out. And again, you don't have, with a lot of them, you don't have to have a minimum.
They are still, if they're saying themselves as a bank and they're operating as such, some places aren't. Like Cash App is up in the air, but they tell you if it's FDIC insured, so you good to $250. Yo, y'all stole my shit. I can't get it back. Go get your lawyer. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Fight
yeah.
for your $5,000 or whatever it is. You understand? You FDIC insured.
So you're protected.
You FDIC insured. Again, when you look at something like a Nerd Wallet, it explains all that for you. It gives you this is why we like it. These are the lists. And it's really simple. FDIC insured. Blah, blah, blah. No fees. No minimum. Interest rates are always controlled by the government. When the interest rate goes up, it's great for people who have money and get money like this and have money to throw in and keep in the bank and certain bonds, because bonds inflate off of what people buy.
Right.
So they all go up. The value of them go up. You're going to get more money on your return. It sucks because we know what's also controlled by that went up. Your credit card interest.
Oh, yes.
Your car's interest rate, what you buy, you take any type of loan. Your student loan interest. Anything negative, everything with it is going up as well.
Right.
So if you do have that money there that's saving, why not get some of it back for free over that? You know, It's like when they try to tell you to use your credit card wisely. If you got a credit card that's going to give you cash back or these X amount of points and rewards, buy it here, use the rewards, turn around, pay the shit off with the rewards.
No, you say that to be funny. Like, I've never paid attention to my Capital One credit card because it's a Walmart card, and I go there to get specific stuff or whatever. And I just wound up fucking with it one day, and I was like, oh shit, I had a couple of $100 in points. that I could put towards my sales. Like, okay, well, I don't have to put more. I can just pay this and then put that, and then the whole thing will be paid off. So yeah, it does have benefits.
Yeah.
Definitely know what benefits your credit card has, like especially right now, especially the way gas prices are. You have credit cards that are made specifically beneficial to get gas with.
We give you the money back. We cut it off. You charge 50, we only charge you 40. $10 immediately removed. Things like that. I had a card like that. Use it to your advantage, especially at these times. If you can control it and understand it, then you're great. You're ahead of the game. You laugh, but you're going to be ahead of the game. $10 here, $20 there. Next thing you know, you got $100. Where'd I get this from? You get what I'm saying? Like, it adds up, but it's the same thing with the bank. That's what we're trying to say. You put that in there, where'd that extra $100 come? Because it was only supposed to be $5,000. Now it's $5,100.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like for holding that.
That's why I always said
money
it was to me, it was always smart to have a direct deposit straight out of your account. So back in the days, what I would do is I would have $100. I think it was, I don't know if it's 100. It was 200 because I got paid. Then with that job, I got paid every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I had them take $200 out every that I didn't see it, so I didn't miss it. And then when I turned around and looked, oh shit, I got $1,200 already there. Okay, and I don't need it because I've already established living on this particular type of situation.
Yeah. Yeah. It's ways to get ahead if you financially can. If you don't like banks, it's understandable, but everything is through a credit system. They want to keep track of where the money is going and who's getting what, and that's what they're doing. Anything is doing it.
Oh yeah, you.
I don't know a lot of big companies that are still giving paper checks.
I'm
not saying they don't. I know they do.
They
do.
They have to. As
I know
much
they
as
do.
they try to go paperless, or you do have some jobs that offer you a bank card, like they have their own little setup.
If it's a bank card with, then they're tracking it too. It's all electronic.
Yeah.
Everything is being housed on the back
absolutely.
end. You'll take from this account, put it into the payroll account. You get what I'm saying? But like, yo, I just hired Darrell, and I'm writing this nigga a handwritten check. Here you go. They some I see them. They still exist, but a lot of them aren't. They want to track. Money. They want to track money because the funny thing is the IRS knows if you got a legit job above board, they got your tax ID on record. People report to the IRS that we gave you X money.
Absolutely.
The thing is, and that's the funny part about being taxes, they already know how much you're supposed to pay.
Oh, absolutely.
All the other shit with the other interest, that you were supposed to tell them.
Yeah.
Yo, I made an extra $1 million from the bank. Oh, we ain't know, appreciate you, but we would have found out when we went digging.
It's already here.
Yes.
It's highlighted in your folder.
Yes. So when you start to think about that, just be mindful. It's hard to get away from that, but you can use it to your advantage.
Absolutely.
Find a bank that works for you, butterfly. You know what I'm saying? Just because they're around the corner, sometimes convenience ain't what the fuck it is.
It's not true.
I'm gonna keep that shit 1,000. I used to be with Valley and all that shit, and I worked for Valley. And I was like, yo, as soon as I got out of Dodge, I was like, this ain't worth it. And it was right around the corner. I can go over there and do a whole bunch of stuff. So, whatever the reasons that you don't like, but find some shit that's for you.
Yeah.
There are banks with different goals in mind. That's another reason why I like looking at different banks for certain things. Some want to be cash heavy. I'll give you an example. I bank with Chase. And I was with Chase since they brought the other company I worked with, Washington Mutual. And I've been at other banks, still at some other banks. But like compared to TD wants to be cash heavy. They in every fucking hood.
You ain't lying, nigga.
You got poor
lying.
people there. They in every fucking hood. And they used to have the coin machines. People come in and count the coins.
They start charging you to do it though.
Well, that was one of their issues that they got sued for. Why are you charging me?
I'm
to
a
give
member
you
of your
coins?
bank. Exactly.
Because they used to be free if you had an account. Then they went to everybody pay 2%, 5% if you don't. And the machines were breaking and causing all this other shit. But what it was is you had all the convenience stores and bodega dudes coming in with fucking
all that
mounds looking like they should be in a fucking armory truck and shit. And then running up a tab and toll and then they deal with a lot of cash because of the bodegas and convenience stores and they like those mom and pops. And I'm like, that shit get tiring. And compared to like a Chase is like, we don't want y'all. Appreciate you. Because what we're gonna tell you to do is make sure that comes in the armored truck, drop that shit in the night box. 2 of my niggas will count that shit on the weekend, and we give you a running tally and give you credit, player.
Like you said, like a restaurant. Oh, we got dress code. We don't want y'all here.
Yeah.
Keep that T-shirts and shit.
The bank definitely does mind. If you good with online and credit, there are banks that are offering high percentage. Again, last I checked, it was like 15 banks strong on NerdWallet. 15 banks. They give you all of them.
Yeah, I'm checking it out right now.
They give you the whole list. You ask that shit, whatever question, and they give you the pros and cons. There are some
sign up and shit like that. Okay.
I say like a Capital One is in certain hoods, right? Like I know that there's one in Secaucus, there's one in Inglewood, there's one there, but you can take the money you have in your electronic, you open that online account and go get it from that physical location.
Oh, wow.
If you ever need a cat.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
And again, I don't know how often they allow that. You get what I'm saying? Like, we give 3 per month or some bullshit. I don't know. You get what I'm saying? You got to read those fine things. But if you are using that account that frequently, instead of letting that interest build, you know what I'm saying, daily to get it for the month, then I don't know if you want to keep that shit. You get what I'm saying? If you were going to use it, you might as well just keep a regular checking account, and not get the interest or whatever it is. But shit, you break it down for stuff like that. Like, I don't know how cash heavy you are or how card heavy you are.
Right.
Thanks to COVID, I've become, let me speak for me, I've become card heavy. I get cash on me. All right, that cash may last 2 weeks, depending on what I do. You know what I'm saying? Because everything else, I'm still swiping and rolling.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But, I got 20. I'll put it down. I gave you the last of my cash last night. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, take this shit for the tip. Like, whatever it is. But then again, I have no problem electronically transferring if I need it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because, sometimes it may be like, it's going to take 2 days before it shows in your account. I don't know how fast you need to have access to the cash, but that's something to look for. You know yourself best. When you go on to a place like NerdWallet and ask that question, you got to keep that in mind when you're looking at the pros and cons. Okay. But if I got 2 G's, I'm not touching that shit unless it's an emergency. Oh, shit, my son broke his neck. I need it. You know what I'm saying? And then you go get it, and I'll get it in 2 days. Somebody gonna wait for it if you need it. You get what I'm saying? Or something. Right. But that's how you need to, look at the things that you have, or look what you can get with certain stuff.
Okay.
It's not bad. There's something for everybody. I'm sure you looking at the list now.
I got to do the whole sign-up thing first. And then
sometimes they give you that shit up there for free without it in their wallet, too.
I think I went to the app instead of the website.
Oh, okay. Go to the website. I always just scan through the website.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah, I always scan through the website. But you'll see. It's a multiple options there. Something for everybody that can appease it. When this used to hit and we didn't pay attention to it.
Right.
You remember the commercials for ING banking? And that was Bank of China. Yes. That was the Bank of China that people were putting their money into. Didn't pay attention. And they turned around and linked that money back to the government.
There you go.
But you were still getting 4%, 5% interest. You get what I'm saying? They were licensed to be FDIC insured. So your shit was still secure up to $250,000.
That's the thing there. You gotta be prepared. You gotta do some research, and especially these young kids. Like I try to explain to my son, you gotta make your money work for you. If you start putting away now, by the time you hit my age, imagine the amount of money you'll be saved up and all that stuff.
So in a year, when they talking about a 5% interest,
right?
And let's say I just had $10,000, and it was $10,000 I'm just sitting on. I'm waiting to buy a house, but I ain't buying a house till 2025. I put it in there. I'm getting $500 for the year, just from holding it.
$500 extra for,
and that's not including compounding interest. So it should be like 520. Something.
Right.
But you get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying? That's a free $500. Now that $500 probably gas for the year. Depending on what you drive in.
Oh yeah.
Sports bag or something for your son, pair of sneakers. I don't know. You get what I'm trying to say? Like,
should be coming in handy at the right fucking time. Shit.
so it's just something to take into consideration. But that's how the rich get richer. You know, you make that money that's sitting there slowly work for you.
There you go.
And that's what we need to, learn to do.
A little more, absolutely.
You get what I'm saying? Like, if it's something FDIC insured, you're not going to need this money into an emergency. So don't confuse it with a CD. CDs are certificate of deposits. Every goddamn bank has those, and they always put those shits out there front. They used to be. I saw some certificate of deposits for under $1,000, which is my first time ever seeing them. They used to be like, yo, give us $2,500, but the thing is, we're gonna lock it up for X amount of time, and if you take it out early, you get fine, feed, and whatever. They charge you multiple fees for it. So you get what I'm saying? You can't even get all your principal back if you take it out early.
Right.
And they'll be like, we're gonna give you 5% interest for 6 months. So you would make that $500 based off of that within half the time. But it's locked up. I can't touch it. If I touch it early, then
penalized.
I gotta pick. Yes,
that's what I'm saying. You take half or whatever. And I'm looking on the site now.
Yeah.
And what they have here, depending, like, say, for instance, I just picked something like I wanted to invest in CDs or whatever the situation may be. And on here it has different ones, obviously different banks, but then they have different terms. So I have one here that's for a year and a half, one that's for a year, one that's just for 10 months, one that's just for 6 months.
You got CDs?
I think, CDs.
Certificate of deposit, yeah.
Right,
CDs,
so, and I think
terms.
it says this one is 5% interest with a minimum deposit of $1,000. Well, all the minimums that sorry, not all of them. Like this one right here is a 6-month one. Minimum deposit is $50, and that's a BAF page.
A $50
Federal Credit
fucking
Union.
$50 one. That's
so
ridiculous.
you put the $50 in there for 6 months, and you'll get 4.75 interest with a minimum deposit. So again, if this is something that you want to do, and again, the short term. Just to do, I didn't see a 1 month, whatever. I saw 9 months, a year and a half, 2 years.
Usually, the shorter the term, the more the amount of the money. So what's happening is, right? There are lots of millionaires in the USA, and really close 100,000aires. So somebody such as yourself, right? You get that 6-figure salary, but you only living on 40. You would take that 60 grand,
what?
Right? Think about it. You would take that 60 grand. Let's say you had it all. You get 60 grand.
Right.
You throw it in something short term.
What?
They're going to give you 5%. And let's pick a movie star. Robert Downey Jr.
Okay.
Iron Man. They got millions. What he would do, take his money. I just did the Marvel movie. I got 20 mil. Let me take 10 mil of that shit. Now I'll throw it in a bank, a CD. They give 1 month's jumbo. They call it a jumbo deposit, and they give you 5. You get 5% for 1 month.
Just for, and you could just keep
for a couple of million, 500,000.
Keep reading up. Imagine you doing that.
But you ain't do nothing. You still got 2 other movies coming out. You still got money to live off of, and your money is making this shit so much. You get what I'm saying? And that's on the bank end. We didn't go to any investment banker. We didn't do any of this shit yet, because investment bankers usually go through. They talk about the ETFs and all the other stuff, and then with the investment bankers, they get you directing into companies. Yo, go invest in truthvibetv. Blah 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 blah. You know, the risk is a lot higher, but your reward is way grand.
Right.
And here you go with old trusty dusty. You get what I'm saying? We insured. We got to give you this money. Boom. You know what I mean? So it's a lot. It's a lot of money to be made there from doing.
Just for example, like you said, so if I take that 60 and I give them the whole 60 for 6 months, that'll give me 28 grand. For 6 months. And this is what we talk about, having multiple streams of income. You can, again, that's the minimum is 50. You don't have to put anything
This
crazy
is
in it.
considered a stream of income, even if you make $20. Once you make that $10, you're supposed to report. Now, it ain't nothing. You just coming, but that is a stream of income. Because look, once you build it up to some serious money, here's the problem, right? And I'm just gonna talk about an issue. When we hear about our brothers and sisters who win the fucking lottery, right? You hit the one out of the 2.8 million odds against you.
Right.
Excuse me.
Bless.
Thank you. All right. Yo, they always say go find a financial guy, right? You don't have to be super duper great in banking. You just got to be financially fucking responsible. You understand what I'm saying? You understand? It's like you responsible enough to know your limit when you go drinking, hopefully, unless you're an alcoholic or you trying to get to die or some shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, yo, give me another shot. You can't see. No, give me like no.
Or you hang out with Jeff and BR.
Right. But you understand what I'm trying to say?
Absolutely.
So imagine if you just did this with a couple of different banks and a couple of millions. All it takes is $2 million, and you can live a regular upper middle class lifestyle.
Living up to interest of 200. Of 2 mil.
Yeah. Or in any of the 50 Saints.
Facts.
I said upper middle class. You ain't out there with Diddy.
Nah.
Yo, nigga, we just buying Ferraris. You know, you want the blue? Nigga, give me the blue and white.
But you good.
You good. You could leave something to your family. You have assets. You understand what I'm saying? It don't take. That's why I said, like, off of these interests, the way to get it, it doesn't take much. Now, that income you have to pay. You have to pay taxes on that shit. Sorry, buddy. That's earned income. You know, that's your money for the year. But imagine that's enough for you to sit there. Yo, I'm gonna go ride horses all day and do something.
So we say it's time. It's hit by like 30%.
What? What's 30%?
So even if they hit that 30%.
No. It's 30% on your stocks. Because your stocks you can hit in one day, legitimately. So the capital gains is like 28 to 30 or something like that. But off of this has got to be your it'll be your class. So how much you made for the year.
Okay.
So if you made $100,000, you're gonna get taxed that you made $100,000. So you're gonna be that this percentage is up to that.
Bringing her, like they say, just from that standpoint, like you said, if I'm surviving off a specific type of amount, and let's say I bring a little bit more than half of what I already spend just from them, and then I have the other NTA, all that other shit working, because my plan is, like I said, within the 10 years, just to live off the interest of everything.
But this is my problem. When you see about the shits, right? They got all these documentaries coming out within the past 5 years and continue going forward. All these drug ass kingpins, the niggas of the 80s. Gold nigga got so much gold, he got a cane on his shit, right? 2, 3, 4 bitches, and they all sitting there like this, and the hair, and it's like, if one motherfucker done told them, put this shit away, put it in your great grandmama name, so the government can't trace it back. You do your 22 years. You ain't snitched. You done came out. You coming back to. Well, let me pick up this house. All right. Nah, I'm out of the game, y'all. They done caught me.
That the interest after 20. Well, listen, you're right.
Invested that shit. Fuck it. You could have brought Microsoft back when it was that shit was pennies. My dad was working for IBM, missed Apple. I wanted to smack that nigga. They laughed at it. They thought that shit wasn't gonna make it. That's how crazy. That nigga said the shit was $3 when you had to call them niggas on the phone. And I was like, my dad had brought a Camaro. I said, yo, nigga, 2 months of payment, you would have never had to work.
Ever again.
You would have never had to work. By the time the 90s came, you would have been sitting in this bitch like, yo, I'm about to have 7 more bitches and kids. Like, yo. And you get what I'm saying? And that's why I said, like, it was beer money. What's the risk you want to take? And I understand why he ain't take it, because I really don't. But I understand why he didn't even attempt. Let me get one stock. One stock would have put that nigga at $1 million.
Yeah, just one.
Buying that low, it done split, boom, 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 split, boom. Oh, took over the world. I am everything. Damn. That's the killer. So
Get on the ground level.
So when we hear I get mad because I'm like, y'all ain't even try to buy towns. Y'all ain't even try to go buy the hood. All this rep my block shit, whatever the fuck. I'm gold land, whatever the fuck. So that's the shit that irritates me. I'm like, all right, well just buy your own. Or something. Make it an asset now. Now it's like, you want this land? You want to rebuild it? It's gonna cost you. Not a problem. I'll sell it back to you. Or something. Some type of investments of it. But
I'm doing this today.
That's how. Literally, that's how a lot of those people make their money.
You have to, like you said,
that
long term.
Ain't us.
Long term.
When we see places like Edgewater, Seaquark's still shitty. Not Seaquark. It's what am I thinking of?
Hoboken?
Yes. Hoboken used to be the dirty Italians. I shouldn't say dirty, but the old Italians are there. The Irish, they call them dirty. Yeah. The Irish side and all that shit, that's where you get those pubs and shit. All that shit is at least $1 million that they used to scrounge and throw them motherfuckers in there.
Yep.
That was dirt land.
And now look at it.
And they sold. Don't get it twisted. Some still own it, and they started renting that bitch out, making good money.
Oh yeah,
great money.
Like the guy I was telling you owns the he owned the land and he owned the car wash that was on the land, and he sold the car wash, but he didn't sell the land.
No,
so
you got to pay me. Rent. You got to pay me.
I said, "You's a fucking genius."
Yo, so it's things like this. Use that system. Use this. Learn to use the credit cards right. Whatever you can get. You know what I'm saying? Even if you got poor credit, you want to get a credit card and start. Get a credit card that's going to allow you to get maybe one type of benefit. If it's gas, if it's whatever, you can get a Walmart card. Walmart out here trying to get everybody on their shit. Something. Use those points to reflect and have you get ahead.
Now I remember because I stopped using it when I was there, but then when I I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? And then it's like you said, you got to find out where you get the benefits buying what specifically, like the Fetcher app that we have. Yeah. Specific shit, I get more points for it than other stuff. I was like,
oh, you Door Dashers and Uber dudes. There was a couple of MXs and a couple of other credit cards that they signed up with them. So if you don't tell them that you're using it to pay, or when you pay it, you're supposed to get a discount. So like if your bill was $50, you're supposed to pay $30, or you should be only charged $30, and sometimes you get points back. So when you pay with that, you get what I'm saying? You just save $15. And people don't even pay attention to that sometimes.
I want to go heavy on that next week because that right there. So next week we'll definitely go a lot heavier into what credit cards give you what benefits in what markets or areas.
Yeah. So it's certain things like this. It's certain things to use like that. Like you always see me out with my blue PayPal card. I don't leave home without that bitch. And I'll have that before I have my driver's license. But get the cash back and get points. Get the cash. Then get swiped there. Use that shit for everything. And that's how I became card heavy. I'm like, I ain't got no cash. I got tip maybe $2 in this bitch. $2. And that's it.
I also want to let you know, like, depending on the credit card you have, it may not be benefits. So if you got like a 400 credit score and you had to pay $100 just to get the credit card. You know what the wild part is, though? I'm gonna keep it 100. You can get a secure credit card. That's where you put money down. So like you rebuilding your credit, you put money down as your credit limit. So you give them $300, and that's what you can spend. And they hold it. They hold it in escrow. So in case you don't pay it back. They get that, you know what I'm saying? Yo, we got our three, nigga. I don't know what you worried about. Okay, what you do with this shit? We already got it.
We
already got it.
Yeah, but they have special cards. They have, the special cards. But they have cards with rewards.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, you have to search. I'm not saying all of them, but you got to search.
We'll go heavy with that next week.
Yeah.
You want to hit them about what's going on with the snaps and stuff like that? It's because you were saying something yesterday.
If you are receiving Snap, everybody should go for Snap. Ain't no extras. Well, that shit over. The rise of food, the government and I mean the federal government is aware. Food is going up. People ain't gonna make it without SNAP. I don't even know how I'll be making it. I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't get SNAP. I'm like, ooh, this shit hurt. They are not putting the same warrants on the SNAP program as they did pre-COVID. Meaning they don't want you to go to a work program, yet they're not asking you to fulfill all these other requirements in depth, but they're going to give you the benefit, whatever you calculate it for.
Okay.
They're still including, now they're including your income like they were before, but still get some.
Is there a minimum income as far as like for those individuals who bring this in, you can get help? Or let's say for those individuals.
A maximum.
There's a maximum? I mean, well, a maximum, yeah.
Yeah.
That and also.
You can't make over blank per person, but it depends. So let's say you have 4 kids.
Okay.
And you made $100,000, you would probably still be eligible because.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Because it's a household of 5. Compared to a single male making $100,000.
Shit.
No, yeah. Go ahead and get your steak and have a good day.
Shit, nigga. Nothing.
Right. Calculations vary. I can't say what it is because everybody's thing is different. And it depends on what your shelter costs. So you in a household of 5, but you don't pay 0 rent, and you make $100,000. Well, hold on, play. Why? What you flipping for? Because one of your major bills that we would take into account
would be a mortgage rent type situation.
But it doesn't exist if you on like Section 8 or something.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
So you got niggas with Section 8 making $100,000?
Well, no. I'm just giving it.
Okay. I was about to say, we need to talk to y'all. Y'all hustling the game, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
But don't get it twisted. So you talking about, if we talk about household income, if you want to be realistic, some of your kids is old and they all working. It's a household. You may make 30. Homeboy make 35. Little Shaniqua make 42. Oh, y'all niggas not getting extra in that little basket? Oh, really? Oh, somebody's not getting this?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's a thing there, you know? It's a thing.
Love watch phones. Just turn that shit off. No, that's good. I definitely like that.
You know, so they let them do the calculations, whatever it is. If you truly in need and you need it for your family or yourself and you don't make that much, and y'all know what I mean. If you working at McDonald's, nigga, if you working at something where you ain't making, if you making teens per hour, yes, go ahead and fly and see what the fuck you got to pay. You get what I'm saying? You living with other people. You can get it if it's multiple people in the household. So
if somebody is living in the household with someone else, they still can apply for it.
If your son is over 18, he can apply to get his own, and he live in your house.
Okay.
Right. So fill it out. Go for it. They're not really going to do any much change to it unless we get a Republican. That's what it's looking like.
It's going to happen. Just give y'all a heads up.
I know it's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
But we got a little bit till we get an election. So
a year and a half, some shit like that.
Y'all going to ride that motherfucker
shit going to come out
out
real quick. Don't worry.
Y'all going to ride that motherfucker out. And when we get one of them, all the bets are off. Good luck.
Anything else, homie?
That's about it. That's about it.
All right. Thank you for hanging out with us today. Again, I will do some research. I want to get the best credit cards or any credit card that gives any kind of rewards for you guys. So you know because I know there are some cards who partner with Rite Aid or Walmart or whatever the situation may be, or CVS. And if you use your stuff there, you get better deals. Or like, say, for instance, like Jeff saying, if you spend $50 at CVS, they'll give you a certain amount of, like, they probably give you like $10, $15 back towards that situation. So I'll do the research and we'll have those ready for y'all next week. I need to eat. And hopefully Jeff and them don't start with the shots tonight.
I ain't doing that, man.
All right, y'all, peace.
Later.
Oh, nigga, I'm hurting. Hurting.